Thank you, SST. That was phenomenal. A Cherokee legend. A Cherokee elder is teaching his grandson about life and says, "Grandson, there is a fight going on inside of me. It is a terrible fight between two wolves. One wolf is evil, selfishness, pride, anger, fear, greed, superiority. The other wolf is good, kindness, compassion, humility, generosity, empathy, love. The same fight is going on inside of you and inside of every other person." The grandson thought for a minute and then asked,
"Grandpa, who wins?"
"The one you feed, grandson, the one you feed." As men, we have a battle between the two sides of the mask. Which one wins? The one you feed.
The theme of these skits and the theme of this breakfast is removing the mask. Sounds simple, but it really isn't. You don't just attend one breakfast or learn about the man box, remove the mask, and boom, that's it. This is a lifetime journey. For the next 90 seconds, I'd like all the teen boys and men in the room to think about this question. Who do you want to be under the mask? Look at the name you wrote on the back of the mask, girl or woman, on the white side of the mask. What kind of man does she inspire you to be? What words and phrases come to mind? So for the next 90 seconds, think about what kind of man you aspire to be, and write those words or phrases on the white side of your mask next to the woman or girl's name. I'll let you know when your time is up. Okay. Now, for the next 7 minutes, we'll give you time to discuss at your table. Talk about what you wrote on the mask, what words and phrases you aspire to be. Anyone at your table can go first. Please give everybody a chance to share a little as you feel comfortable. You'll have 7 minutes, and please make sure that everybody shares.
So we can wear the mask that we've been given by others, or we can start rewriting the mask. The man box mask is not our fault. We were given it 43 years ago for me, 25 years ago for Corey. And it's been reinforced all of our lives with daily messages throughout our culture. It is not our fault that we were given the mask. But now that you know about the man box, and you know about the mask you've been given, if you choose to keep wearing it, you become part of the problem and not part of the solution. So who are you really, and who do you want to be underneath the man box mask? It is time to remove the mask and to keep doing so day after day. Like Ben's father did when he left the poker game. He'd likely never heard of the concept of man box, but he knew right from wrong, and he chose to feed the good wolf.
Men, it is time to remove your mask, step out of the man box, and step up and speak out. Our inaction and silence affirms and supports violence against women. Men, if you could make the world safer for women and girls and all people, would you? Men, you can.
And I'm very proud to introduce a key leader and new member to our Voices of Men team this year. This young man has put a lot of time and energy into helping us increase our number of high school age students who are here with us today. In fact, I'd like to take a moment right now to have all of our high school age students please stand to be recognized. Would you please stand? And on that note, I'm honored to have the person who will lead us in the pledge this morning. Introduce him. He is Appleton East graduating senior. He just graduated Thursday night. Kyle Tim.
Thank you. Now for a very important part of our annual event, the unison reading of the Voices of Men pledge. I'd like to invite one representative from each sponsor and one representative from each youth group to come up on stage and to help me lead everyone in reciting this pledge. I'd like to ask that whoever comes up on stage, please bring a pledge card with you and place the white ribbon on a lapel or on your shirt as you come forward. And I'd also like to invite the actors from SST Theater to join us up on stage as well. I got a power right here too. I got a power right here. People will need some. All right, would everyone please rise and then just repeat after me. I pledge to not commit, condone or remain silent about men's violence against women and children. Thank you, and would you all please be seated? Thank you.
It takes a lot of people to put on a breakfast event like this, so just let me thank two different groups. First of all, I'd like to thank the staff at the Radisson for doing such a wonderful job of providing our breakfast and serving us this morning. Secondly, I'd like to thank all of you for being here again. We really do appreciate your presence and your support. Thank you very much. And before we go, I'd like to ask all of the members of the Voices of Men leadership, breakfast, advocacy and communications, and coaching, mentoring, and education teams to stand and be recognized. Thank you very much. I'd also like to remind any drama teachers or students who are here this morning that the actors and director of SST will be hosting a meet and greet right across the hall after the breakfast for all that are interested. And finally, we have this room for a while. So if any of the groups that are here would like to hang out and discuss your impressions of this morning's program, you're more than welcome to do so. Just find an empty space and stay as long as you'd like. And with that, I'd like to invite our agency leaders, Caroline, Beth, Julie, and Lynn, back up on stage to provide a closing message.
For 5 years, we have gone on a journey with all of you, well-meaning men in our community. A journey where we ask each of you to take a stand against men's violence against women and children. We have challenged you to get out of the man box, to speak up, and to act. Today, we are asking you not to be a man or to man up, but to continue the journey with us. Be courageous. Take off the mask of what it means to be a man. Ending men's violence against women begins with you. Let's talk.
May I be a man
whose confidence comes from the depth of my giving,
who understands that vulnerability is my greatest strength,
who creates space rather than dominates it,
who appreciates listening more than knowing,
who seeks kindness over control,
who cries when the grief is too much.
A usar un arma, ahorcar e insultar.
May I not be afraid to get lost.
May I cherish touch more than performance.
And the experience more than getting there.
May I be brave enough to share my fear and shame.
And gather the other men to do the same.
May I stop pretending and open the parts of me that have long been numb.
May I cherish, respect, and love my mother.
May the resonance of that love translate into loving all women and living things.
Love.
Love. Love. Love.
Love. Love.
Thank you.